All right, welcome back to my channel again, Life Advantage Now. If you like my channel so far, please go ahead and subscribe. But today, what I wanted to talk about was, and I'm not going to give out a company name or nothing like that, but there's a particular company, a commercial company that we visit. We go out to do work out there on their commercial vehicle sometimes, and I remember getting up to because first when you come in on a property, you have the signs that tell you, hazard lights. You got to use, drive the speed limit is like 5 miles or 10 miles an hour. But it tells you a lot of things as you're entering the property and what to do, to be able to, you know, drive to drive on that property and to abide by the rules and regulations. But believe it or not, when I got to the where the guard is, he asked me a bunch of questions and things like this. You know, do I understand? How do I feel? Am I okay? Stuff like that. Unusual stuff, but he told me that, believe it or not, he said on that property, and I have it written, I wrote it down, on that property, he says every 2 weeks for the past 4 months, they have to change the way that they, navigate around this big complex because every 2 weeks for the last 4 months, someone has had an accident. And you have to understand, but I guess for us, it's human nature to just do most of the times and don't think about things. I told you have to think beyond common sense, but I think it's just human nature. Like if we get something new or we get a new product or something like that, we get it out the box. A lot of times, some of us are just fumbling around unless we're an anal person on how things are put together and we're really interested on how it works and how it works to its potential. A lot of us, we'll read the directions and when we get out the box, we'll understand it more and we're able to present that to somebody else and able to understand so they can understand it and be able to explain it to them instead of saying, well, what I did was, but no, well, this is what you have to do because you that's what you're going to tell them. Well, this is what you have to do because you've read the directions and you understand versus saying, well, what I did was I did this, but it's just, it works the same way in driving. When you're out there and you're driving, you have to read the signs. That's what they're there for. That's why they, you know, bring it down to 2 lanes of traffic when there are 3 or 4 lanes to put up signs. They're not just backing up the traffic just to back it up. They're backing up to put that sign to make driving more easy for everybody. Okay? But you have to pay attention because, like you say, every 2 weeks for the past 4 months, there has been some kind of auto accident, you know, which means that it's just people driving too fast, not being aware of signs, not being aware of crosswalks, not staying where vehicles are supposed to stay. That's really what the concern is. Most of it is driving too fast and distracted driving. While I was there actually on the yard, I actually seen someone driving, you know, a shifter driving while on the phone. And I mean, he didn't have it up. I mean, he didn't even have the to even have it up like this, while looking what most people do. I mean, he had it down here over to the side and he was driving like if anybody walks out, in front of his vehicle, he's not going to stop. If any, you know, truck or something pulls off another load and comes out in front of him, he's not going to stop. And it's all from distracted driving, from not paying attention, not being aware of your surroundings. Anytime you're in a high a high traffic area, you have to give it your full attention because if you don't, you are more 3 times as more likely to have an auto accident or to run into something or to run over a pedestrian or something like that. That's the worst thing that you want to do because that'll stick with you. You'll remember that for the rest of your life, and that's not something that you want. So I just wanted to tell you that anytime you go to a business or anytime you've come somewhere that you haven't been, if you just read the sign, it's kind of like going to a hospital. You go to the hospital and you go through and you read the signs and they tell you, okay, the bathroom's over here, the cafeteria's down here, the cathedral's down that way, this is da 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 da, room 200 to 900 is down this way. Because you get there and you navigate there because you are reading and you're understanding the signs. Okay, but like I say, anytime you visit something or you haven't been to a place, you have to kind of take your time and understand. You know what I mean? And most rules are basic. Like if you got a stop sign, you're gonna stop. I mean that's pretty much all over the nation. That's not something that's gonna change. You know, depending on what state you go to or what country you go to, a stop sign is a stop sign. A yield sign is a yield sign. Well, depending, some people see that differently. But again, when you're out and about, if you just read, if you just, get off the phone, don't rummage around in your vehicle, stop looking at things that don't concern you when you drive, and just read the signs, you will be a better driver for yourself and you'll keep everybody safe. Remember, this is just an awareness to keep everybody safe, and just keep things moving. So again, like I always say, we know what common sense things are, okay? But you got to think beyond common sense. So until next time, I'll see you again in the next video. Have a great day.